We're live in Dacob's kitchen.
Yo, 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 how's it going? I'm just finishing my nails. Yeah, we're doing the nails. And thank you, Jesse, for having me on your channel.
Of course, anytime. So we just wanted to talk about a few comments that we received last night because we actually did a live stream on Dacob's channel. So if you haven't checked that out yet, guys, head on over to Super Dacob's channel. And we actually wore some really cool wigs last night, and we talked about our feelings about luxury goods at the moment. And well, we had a few comments on our video, so I want to discuss those comments today and share it with you guys, and let me know what you think of it as well. So Dacob, what was one of the good comments we read? So we got one here from Pickle Mars.
Do you want to read the long one first, or do you want to go?
Yeah, I think we'll read this. Maybe. Which one do you reckon?
Oh, there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, okay, we'll read this one first. Chanel marketing strategy, in my mind, leans in heavily towards the Asian market. The pandemic had to have created major issues for Chanel, given they had absolutely no digital footprint, and much of the Asian market had no access to luxury, as lockdowns were more stringent and frequent in those countries compared to North America and Europe. Most Chinese travel out of the country to purchase luxury goods. It makes financial sense for them. I believe Chanel has beat the country to purchase luxury goods. It makes financial sense. I believe Chanel has beat the dead horse that is the marketing strategy beyond recognition, believing that increasing price would somehow continue to make their products more sought after. It is a psychological technique that Hermes has mastered. However, it will be interesting to find out how many bags each company produces each year and how much of their outsourcing has remained consistent after the pandemic. Just recently, Kering's group has acquired 5% stake in the French consignment atelier Vestiaire Collective, which I didn't realize that Kering now owns 5% of Vestiaire Collective.
And this is something that also Chanel owns a portion of Farfetch. They've also invested in Farfetch.
So this means that, guys, they're profiting on the pre-love market as well. So they're double profiting from their own goods, basically.
Yeah, so like every time you guys, potentially, what does this mean? That is that every time you want to sell like a used bag on Vestiaire Collective, Chanel used bag, potentially Chanel earns money from it. And this is also what Kering is doing by having 5% stake in Vestiaire Collective. Potentially, they can earn money from every sale done. Not necessarily just from Gucci sales done, but any sale done.
That's right. So this means not only that they're making money hand over fist, but they've made a smart investment in the resale market, monopolizing on their product twice. Never for a moment should luxury consumers feel that a brand has any loyalty to the consumer. This is an outright dysfunctional relationship in which luxury holds all the cards. No longer are we satisfied with one Birkin, Kelly, or Classic Flap. We constantly go back and forth for even more, even though we know they do not care about us, even though we know the relationship is superficial. It is toxic, but the only solution is the consumer, and unless they are willing to end the relationship, all these words are meaningless, and luxury, the narcissistic partner, will continue to take us for all we have. So, interesting to think about.
Thank you, Pickle Mars, for the wonderful comment. I love Pickle Mars, always leaves wonderful, thoughtful comments.
Pickle Mars has very insightful comment, I don't think, I know, in the past when I sometimes bought pre-loved, sometimes when I bought pre-loved, I thought, it's not as good because I want to have the full luxury experience in the boutique, and it just feels like a more special experience to buy something from the store. But now my mindset is definitely changing, and I actually think, like, if you want a bag, you should just almost seek it out yourself. Don't feel like you need to buy like all sorts of ready to wear or like a watch at Chanel. Like, I know they're trying to be a little bit more strategic in how they hand out their bags, who they sell their bags to. I don't think that, at the end of the day, you should just get the bag you want, get what you want on the pre-love market. I mean, and at the end of the day, I think Chanel and, Kering Group is realizing that the pre-loved market is a big competition for them, which is why they've invested into it themselves. So I think, guys, we still have a lot of power as a consumer. You don't have to feel like you're being manipulated by these brands. You can still find gems pre-loved. There's lots of reputable sellers you can go to. At the same time, there's lots of more super fakes as well if you want to go down that road. But I wouldn't necessarily go down that road myself. I'm more inclined to buy a vintage piece or pre-loved piece. Yeah, and if you want to buy something from the store, I don't think it should be as dramatic as it has to be. Like, you shouldn't have to play a game. You shouldn't have to beg to buy a bag. It should just be a simple process. I think luxury shopping has become way too complicated, and people are overthinking it so much and, working out how to purchase something. Guys, it shouldn't be hard to purchase something that is already so expensive, like a bag that costs you $14,000. You shouldn't have to think about how you're going to get it. You should... If you want to get it, you can buy one secondhand probably. Or if you, I don't know, I just think it's getting too complicated now. It's like not as luxurious as it used to be. I don't think it's fun. Like, it's getting really like stressful, honestly, for me, for thinking about it.
Hi, Nicole Popinchuk, by the way. It's totally so. Hey, Andy. Hi, guys. So we were talking about these conversations, the complications of modern day luxury and the quality of these bags falling apart, and are they making their own fakes and stuff like that. In yesterday's live stream on my channel over on Super Dacob, you can see that video. Jesse is in it. We've done a live stream, so you can go check that for reference. And now we're kind of doing the aftermath as well, because a lot of wonderful comments came in from you guys after watching the video. So we're reading those on Jesse's channel. And here's another one for you, Jess. Tarema Caruso says, I can't believe Hermes is selling fakes. Now, I think rogue employees have been the issue. Now, Chanel, I believe, is made in factories overseas, mainly China, which is why the Chanel fakes are so good. They're probably made in the same factories. Now, everything Jesse and I are saying is for entertainment purposes only, just our opinions, not rooted in facts or truths. Everything's alleged. So don't shoot the messenger. We're just reading comments. Jess, what do you think about this comment?
Well, I mean, I've heard that even with stuff like sneakers and stuff, sometimes, or designer sunglasses are sometimes made in the same factory as the fake one. So it's not far-fetched that it could be the same with some handbags. They're made in the same factory as fake ones as well. We don't know. But if that's the case, and, we're paying so much for a luxury bag that could be the same quality as a fake bag, well, it really makes you question luxury altogether, and it really shatters the kind of fantasy that you have about luxury as well. And I don't think Chanel is transparent enough about where they get they produce their bags, like what parts of the bag are produced where, and the companies are not transparent enough for me personally to trust them, I think.
Mm-hmm. And also, we've been spending this morning, it's morning in Melbourne, by the way. Well, it's afternoon already, but this morning when we were making coffee, we were going through some YouTube videos, because we always do that. We always keep up to date with whatever luxury YouTubers are posting, all over the world. And there were some interesting conversations going on YouTube with people thinking, oh gosh, these new regulations, how you can get a bag reserved at Chanel because, allegedly you got to buy jewelry and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But what is interesting is that Anna Jovanovsky commented on our live stream yesterday, hi guys, after 34 years in the fashion industry, I tell them what I want to buy. I will not have anyone tell me what I should buy. I am the customer, I come first. Through the years I worked, I could not do enough for my clients, and I expect the same service back, or I just walk out. Chanel or no Chanel, I don't care. It's my money, and I will spend it the way I want. Love from a fellow Melburnian.
Yeah.
And I think what do you think about this sentiment?
Yeah, well, I think from a sales associate's perspective as well, sometimes they find they cannot please their client because they simply cannot get their hands on the right stock, or maybe there are other clients in the store that spend more money than their clients, and it becomes really unfair because you're constantly trying to please the clients, but you cannot do it because of these strategies and stuff. I think gets to a point where you, like a sales associate, feel like they're disappointing people constantly, and I think that's that's a tough situation to be in long term. And it seems like it's only getting more competitive in these stores for bags and hot items. And I think these Chanel is particularly trying to fight resellers and that sort of thing, and encourage people to only be offered bags who really love the brand. But at the same time, if you're someone who just wants to buy their first bag or something, you can't really do that. You have to play this silly game now, and you can't just walk in and buy a bag anymore. You have to, yeah, and sometimes there are people that you meet and they're really friendly and nice, and they literally just want like a black bag or something, and it's sad that these sales associates can't really offer that to them because of the lack of stock, or it's been reserved for someone else who has spent more money. It's just not fun anymore, I'm finding.
We have Emotion Engine. Hi, Emotion Engine. Also left a comment on our live stream yesterday saying, I remember a couple years ago, the Italian police busted a ring of ex-Hermes artisans making Birkins in the north of Italy. I know also that Hermes artisans make a lot more money making replicas than they did making the authentic bags. So that leads me to the question. If the people working for these luxury houses aren't even seeing a mere fraction of what they are selling the bag for, then where does all the money go? You and I already know it goes to the top and they hoard all of it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I mean, we've seen the dividends that were paid out to the Wertheimer brothers last year. Over $5 billion or euros sent to the Cayman Islands to their accounts. I mean, this is the money this is the dividends from Chanel. This is what we all gave them.
$5 billion.
And the $5 billion is just for these two brothers. This is after all the employees were paid, after all the artisans, after everything, after taxes, everything. 5 billion are left. And I'm like, well, a couple of million of those 5 billion could have been invested to raise salaries, for example, or to better quality control, for example.
Instead, they raise the prices even more. And then they lower the quality even more. So it's really become like mind-boggling at this point. Like, I don't know.
Emotion Engine also says, I also know that none of these brands produce their leathers. They source it from various tanneries, and those tanneries also sell to the top tier replicators. They might save their best hides for the luxury brands, but you can absolutely find the same quality leather in the replicas. I'm like Jesse now. I'm starting to question everything. There are replicas being produced with better quality than the real bags. There are rich people, and I mean rich people, who are seeking out and buying replicas. At some point, we have to admit that it's masochistic to play into these games, paying absurd retail prices for quality that is worse than the fakes you find on Canal Street, all while begging and pleading a sales associate for the mere opportunity to do so. It's humiliating.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for everyone. It's embarrassing for the people who work there. It's embarrassing for the customer. It's embarrassing for the brand to have to be put into that position where you're constantly asking for a bag, and they have to keep constantly saying, oh, it's not like here at the moment, but you might get it in the future. Like, or, it's just like, what? They can't be honest to you. They can't tell you the truth. They can't tell you that, no, sorry, it's reserved for someone else. Like, it's just people, you're constantly getting lied to, and it's just a very frustrating situation. I don't know what they could do to fix it. Obviously, maybe they could I don't know, guys. I think it's the whole culture of collecting bags as well. Maybe it's our own greed. Maybe we've ruined the brand by just constantly wanting more and more and more, and it's got to this point where they have to scale it back and not sell as many bags because we've just wanted to buy all of the bags. We discussed this a while back that, in the 90s probably, people didn't collect bags. You just have one designer bag for many, many years, and then you might buy another one. Like, you weren't like collecting bags like we do these days. And I think that the brands have reached a point where they're just producing so much, and we just want more and more and more. And because we're not using our bags like we should be, we're just constantly buying new bags like fast fashion. So it's become really, I don't know, it's definitely a different feel to what it was a few years ago. I think it's just getting worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But then also the quality all across the board, you guys. We're not just like specifically talking about our opinions on how Chanel has become. Hermes, in some cases, we've seen the real Shakeen say that her bag also has issues, and she has a new, what you might call
Birkin.
it, a Birkin,
Yeah.
and there were issues with that as well. But Blue Bannisters is writing also on our live stream from yesterday, saying, I purchased 3 different Fendi bags and returned all of them because they all had problems. Surprised to hear that people have had good experiences with Fendi. One had the embossed FF logo in leather all over the bag, and when I received it, it looked like the embossing was already starting to wear away. A second was a mini trunk suitcase style from the men's line, and the zipper was super wonky. The third was a baguette pouch, and the FF buckle was super crooked. And like some Chanel bags, the flap on one side of the bag was lower than on the other. I also have to say that they felt really cheaply made.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi, Gloria.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fendi.
well, Fendi. I don't have much experience with Fendi myself. I mean, touching a few of the baguette bags, some of them were okay. It seemed okay. I mean, I did have a friend who had quality issues with their Fendi baguette, but they were able to get a replacement, which was good. I've heard some of the Fendi peekaboos that are, I think they have like a Celeria style, which is more handmade. They're better quality than the more commonly produced bags. I don't know, guys. I'm not an expert on Fendi, but it seems that, yeah, I mean, all brands have their issues. It just depends on how they address them. If you're able to get a replacement, if they're able to give your store credit instantly, then I think fine. But if it's, something like Chanel where you have to take it in for repairs and then you're waiting like months for it to come back, and then if it's not fixed properly, they have to send it back again, and then, it's just back and forth, and then if they finally give you a credit note after 6 months or so, then there's probably going to be 2 price increases, so it's going to be worth less. And I think it all comes down to the after sales of these brands as well. Like, if we're paying so much for a bag, the after sales service has to be there. And I think for example, Chanel, their after sales at the moment, it's not, the warranty that you get is not that clear in my opinion. What do you think, Dacob?
Oh, the after sale math at Chanel is terrible, you guys. I mean, they do everything in their power to not give you a voucher immediately, to not exchange the product for a new product immediately, or heaven forbid, to give you a refund. It's really, really hard. And I mean, I've been a client of Chanel for many, many decades now, and it's just, I feel in many instances, yeah, okay, I have a connection to my sales associate since a long time, and things, that does facilitate things because they kind of trust you more because they've had experience with you. But even still, the day that my 15-day, or, well, depends what country you're in, 15-day or 30-day return policy has expired, if you just come one day later and you're like, I just noticed my bag is peeling, they would be like, well, yeah, then we got to send it for repairs. Yeah, done. We're not going to exchange it for a new one. You're 1 day over that 15-day return or 14-day return period. Done.
Which
Nothing.
I think is
like,
really bad, because
yeah.
somewhere like Louis Vuitton, if you had an issue of peeling or something like that, they would immediately take it in, and from what I've experienced anyway, personally, they would take in that faulty product, they give you a credit note straight away. Like, there's no fluffing around. It's all like, this is a problem, okay, credit note, and that's it. There's no back and forth with the repairs, and you're waiting 6 months. It's like stuck in the back room for how long with all the other bags squished together. Like, there's none of this unprofessional, like, it's really bad, guys. Like, when you're paying so much for a bag, you should have that instant guarantee of it working properly. Like, there should be no question mark there. It's a no-brainer, especially for your tiny little bag that cost how much. Like there should be that kind of trust that that bag is going to be okay, the leather's going to hold up after 1 day. Like, is that not crazy to ask? Like, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is it just that luxury is not made for the common folk anymore? It's not made to last. It's more made as a fashion accessory that you just take a photo of and put on your shelf. Like, is that what luxury is now? Because if that's what luxury is, then I don't think luxury is really even luxury anymore. It's just it's like you may as well just go to Topshop or Zara and just buy something cute there and take a photo of it. That's not what luxury should be. To me anyway. I think luxury should be something that you cherish, and something that is like a little treasure, like something that you can tells a story and you can have for many years, and you can enjoy it on different special occasions, and it makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel like you got ripped off.
Danny O. Hi, Danny O.
Chanel is too
I
high
gotta
risk
touch
to
the
buy.
screen for it to appear. Oh, actually, I can go because we've read. I can go to your channel and we can then get that. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Hi Ingrid, my husband got me a Coach bag like 10 years ago. One of the stitching was coming out after 10 years. They repaired it for me, just paying the delivery fee. They checked the authenticity code. Yeah, that's awesome service for Coach, which is nowhere near the price of, many other designer brands. This is Danielle. New Chanel is too high risk to buy at the moment, in my opinion. Gotta be careful with the older bags too, but new bags, no go. Yeah. Tim, hi Tim. Word can spread like wildfire nowadays with social media. Do you think this growing conversation on the internet will make luxury brands straighten up and improve the quality? I don't think so, Tim, to be honest, because we're a very small niche and these luxury brands are massive. So I don't think they will care. Who knows though? You never know. Hi Gloria. Famika, I agree. Tim, I've been so busy and haven't been able to keep up with your videos. Oh, that is all good. Are you too haltering purchasing new luxury bags for time being? I'm not haltering. I'm honestly probably just going to buy pre-loved. I think if I get offered anything at the Hermes boutique, like something little cute, I will definitely buy it because I love Hermes. I'm obsessed. But I'm definitely kind of on a halt with Chanel, I think. Even Louis Vuitton, I'm uninspired. I don't care anymore. That's just my personal feelings. And also all this other thoughts and reflecting on my collecting habits and just the whole experience of luxury at the moment. I'm uninterested. I'm less interested than I used to be. Modern absurdity. All of this really making the case to buy contemporary. At least for me, I still buy Thomas Mayer era Bottega. It never lets me down. Yeah, pre-loved, I would agree. It's something to consider. Just saying, because of a good sales associate, I tend to buy ready-to-wear and fine jewelry. I've appreciated Chanel more because of this kind sales associate. I like to stop buying from Chanel if my sales associate leaves, as it is hard to get a kind essay. I think most sales assistants are nice, to be honest. I think sometimes they're just put under a lot of pressure. I mean, they were hired for a reason. They're probably good. But sometimes, when they have a lot on their plate as well, guys. They're just human beings. So, yeah. But, there's definitely people. I think it's what brands should be doing is really nurturing the people who have been there for longer. And because they have the most, knowledge and brand know-how. And then instead of constantly hiring new people and then having people leave because they're not getting a pay rise, I think that's a whole nother topic I could really talk about. Ingrid, I love pre-love nowadays. I'm always thinking of paying for a real and getting a fake. So my rule is to never get pre-loved and believe it's real and double authenticate. Yeah, that's right. I think that's the problem with buying pre-loved is there's a lot of super fakes. And we have to do our due diligence as well with checking. Just saying, I want to be honest that I love the gifts and special treatment offered, sought after bags. And yeah, the gifts are really cool. Invitations and events by Chanel SA. And I stay loyal. That's right. So if you do shop at the boutique, you do get sometimes, VIP gifts and stuff. But, they're just little things. Unless you spend a lot of money, guys, you'll probably get invited to special events. But, yeah.
I just posted us on Insta, a link to the live stream. I just prepared the whole thing. And now that I've done that, I can go to make it easier for you to do this.
So Grant has sent you some images, Dacob, of a Chanel card holder with stitches. Not sure how often to check.
There you go.
Any recommendations of authentication services? Well, I know for Hermes, Baba Baby is supposed to be really good, and I've used Zico authentication for Chanel. She's pretty good as well. They're rather expensive, but they're pretty. They've got a really good eye. But that being said, I think somewhere like Zico, with a lot of the newer Chanel bags, she will only do in-house authentication, so you have to go to her physically because the super fakes are so good now, guys, that people cannot tell the difference by pictures on the internet or between a real and a fake bag. And that is really scary that these super fakes are getting to this level where it's like literally the same thing. So that's what's scary about sometimes buying pre-loved Chanel that is current season. I would steer more towards buying vintage Chanel because there's less super fakes of that because it kind of has a vintage feel and look to it and the leather has aged, so it's very hard to replicate that. That being said, there is fake vintage Chanel as well. And Hermes, yeah, I mean, there's Baba Baby. You could go to a bag spa and use the entropy. That can be another check you can do. That's usually pretty accurate, entropy. It does kind of get a bit iffy sometimes, but that's at least that will be, if it says, it's fake, then it's probably fake. If entropy says it's fake. Sometimes I use real authentication as well. You can send through images to, I would use multiple websites, guys, just to get a few thoughts. And if one comes back saying it's fake, then yeah, question it, guys. I mean, but if it passes all those authentication checks, then it's probably fine, guys. So there's so many authentic things in the secondhand market. Like, think about how many decades these brands have been producing bags, how many people get over bags and buy and sell new ones, myself included. Like, you can find a lot of good deals on the pre-loved market, rare gems, things that you are better than in the store, and you don't have to kiss someone's butt to get it. You just have to go in and buy it. So, okay. Hi, Susie Q.
Hey, Susie Q. How's it going, my love? Hi, Susie.
Oh, well, oh, hi, Jessie. What's your favorite place to buy pre-loved? Well, I like to check out a lot of Aussie consignment stores. So obviously you still, with all these places, guys, you have to do checks because once I did buy something from a consignment store and it ended up being fake. So I was lucky that I did check, because even though a lot of these consignment stores guarantee authenticity, you still should do your checks because, like, they get a lot of stock sometimes. There's someone's new there and they didn't check properly. But yeah, I usually look at I look at the Persefair, I look at Blue Spinach, I look at Luke's at Forward, I look at Designer Archives I've bought something from before, even Aussie eBay. Sometimes there's some people selling stuff on eBay, and like eBay is the most scary place to buy stuff, but they do have this service where you can send it to an authenticator, kind of like Vestiaire, and then they check it and comes to you. So there is a little bit of a check situation happening, so that gives me a little bit of peace of mind.
Do you have experience? Because I know, like, you were getting there's a little surprise coming.
Yeah, I did buy something on eBay recently, guys.
Big surprise coming.
It's actually been sent to the authenticator,
Exactly.
and it's going to get the check, and then it's going to be sent to me.
But do we have any experience with eBay authentication of luxury goods? Like, is it good?
Yeah, guys,
Are people...
have you used it before, the eBay authentication service? What do you think about it? Have they checked it and then you've checked it yourself and it's been fake? Because it gives me a little bit more peace of mind that at least it went through a place to check first, because there has been a time, guys, where I've purchased something on eBay and it just, like, it was a designer Chanel bag and it just never came, and then I was basically scammed, and then I had to go through the whole getting my money back process. So at least with that, it's going to be sent somewhere and they can check that it's not like rocks in a box. Basically, it's actually going to be a bag in there, an authentic bag.
Oh, I love that. T-shirt, merch, luxury, today's luxury, rocks in a box.
Yeah. Because eBay is probably, I've been scammed the most on eBay, to be honest, but that's probably the place where you can find the best gems, because sometimes the riskiest places have the best hidden secrets.
Yeah,
which
because
is,
people are scared to go there.
People
Less
are scared
competition.
to go there. And a lot of people there's a lot of inexperienced buyers. People don't know what they're selling. People are selling it too low. So
I've been tricked on eBay too,
yeah,
by the way.
we've all been tricked. If you're a collector of bags, you've probably been tricked on eBay once in your life.
Yeah, I was even tricked with shoes.
Yeah.
No, not shoes, chairs. Even a chair. Oh, anyway.
Oh, so MJ05 says that yes, I have bought and sold through eBay.
Hi, MJ05.
All goods have been good for me both ways. Well, that's good. Awesome.
That's good, yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Oh, D Jones, I love you guys and I love vintage. Well made.
Thank you.
Love you too. Oh, Susie Q, you two are great together. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie.
Oh, Susie Q also says, I've sold and bought with eBay authenticators and they've been great. Well, good to know. So I should be okay. Unboxing soon, guys. I'm not done with luxury, guys. I'm still addicted, but I'm just, I'm just thinking about it in a different way.
I think we're more mature now.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of wisdomed up a little bit.
We're not sucked into marketing as much, maybe.
Yeah, we're a little bit more disillusioned, maybe. Which, don't get us wrong, it's not like, oh, look at them, like, oh, this negativity, they're so bitter. We're not. We're just like, hey, let's just keep it real. Let's enjoy it with caution, and really do our due diligent research and figure out what it is that we really love, that we really want, and once we really, really know it, we go for it. And that's the way to go from here on out. Not just like buying, unboxing. I mean, sure, we're gonna have some unboxings coming up for sure, because we love bags, we love fashion, but it's a different world, you guys. It feels like we went to sleep and then we had this dream, and then we woke up in another place, in another time, where reality is a little bit more graspable. It's like I feel like we're more awake now.
Yeah. Well, there's some bags that you were thinking of getting, right, Dacob?
Yeah, so you guys, maybe you can help us out here, because, LV is going to have another price increase. And I mean, we did show a little tiny video yesterday. I don't know if the audio is good. I might be publishing that one. But basically, in short, I mean, if the price increase is coming and there's like I still got that itch for Louis, because Louis has been really wonderful this trip to Australia. Tabitha, my Keep All 50, was so good to me. Tabitha has been a wonderful bag. All my SLGs from Louis, they never break. They just don't let me down. So I feel really happy with Louis. And since I'm in Melbourne and I did not take my Speedy 30 with me, I kind of really miss it. And I wish I had it with me right now, because I feel like it would be the right bag here. And so, but I'm thinking of maybe getting a Speedy 35 as well. Now you might say 30, 35, they're just the same. Why would you get the same bag again? They're not the same. I kid you not. When I went to the store to try the Keep Alls for my trip here, I wanted to buy either a 45 or a 50. The difference between the 45 and the 50 is just 5 centimeter, but visually and from capacity wise, it's a huge difference. I mean, it's really, I can't explain it. You gotta go and see it. And the same applies to the Speedies. Now, however, having said that, I'm thinking maybe instead of the Speedy to get a Noe, like the MM, the classic Noe, not the new Noe, just the Noe, the classic Noe, the champagne holder thing with a strap. What do you guys think? Of course, both Speedy and Noe would be monogram, and the Speedy would not be with bandolier. I'm not a fan of the bandolier.
See, because for me, I think if I was going to get another Speedy, I personally would go for the Speedy B, because I like the idea of wearing it as like a short shoulder bag. But I know Dacob just likes the clean look of the plain Speedy. But the idea to me of a Noe would be nice as well. I think for you, you would find it as a really practical like shoulder bag. But
which one? The Noe?
The Noe. But you've got a lot of vachetta, so you have to expect a lot of aging with that watermarks.
The Noe, guys, the Noe, if you don't know, the Noe, the whole bottom of the bag is vachetta. The bottom doesn't have little feet. It doesn't have little golden feet. It does not have canvas. It's pure light vachetta, which means we'll go. It's like you look at it, it gets dirty.
Yes. For me, like, I know Dacob is really into the monogram canvas at the moment. I find it really boring. I'm like over it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
But I see why Dacob likes it, because he's found on his holiday, he's had all these little toiletry pouches, his Tabitha, he got his little Tallulah, like he's really loving it at the moment, and it is really like lightweight. easy. You can take it out in the rain. Usually the Vachetta is a bit of a nuisance, but yeah. Noe I can see as a very practical like sack bag. I mean, because you had the 22 and you loved the shape of it, but
Yeah.
unfortunately that didn't work out. So a Noe could kind of be a similar dump bag, I feel.
Except my issue with the Noe is that it's open. It's a bucket bag that it has a string pull, like you pull it together and you shut it, but it still has that little gap up there. And the Speedy, on the other hand, you zip it closed and then it's shut. There's pros and cons to both, you guys. I still haven't decided. I hope to get my hands on one of the two before the price increase.
Would you ever consider like Foray Lepage or Goyard or some other canvas?
No,
house?
I know. I'm so superficial.
Yeah.
I am so super. No.
Because I'm kind of.
Honestly,
I'm actually very curious by Foray Lepage. They have a store in Melbourne, and I know a lot of YouTubers have been talking about Foray Lepage, and it's lesser known. It's a little bit more low key. I quite like the look of the print as well, but I think they were initially. I don't know much about the brand. I think initially they specialized in gun making or something.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why they have the little gun pouch thing, which is kind of edgy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I think if I was going to go down a canvas route again, because most of I do have my Her bag, which is canvas. So I do.
But that's a really thick
Yeah,
canvas.
it's really thick. But if I was going to go for a coated canvas, maybe, I don't know. I feel like Louis Vuitton is so expensive right now, but maybe I'd look at somewhere like Foray Lepage, or even I'd probably just get a Longchamp or something for more of a daily wear. I don't know. What do you think, guys?
I mean, you guys, just I'm not snobbing Foray Lepage, Goya, Moynet, whatever. I'm not. It's just that think about it this way. I want to keep my collection also as essential as possible. And if I have already so many monogram pieces, I don't want to mix it up with other prints, other patterns. I like to keep it like all, in one style. So for me to start mixing it up with all these other prints and brands, it doesn't satisfy me.
Yeah, because you've collected all the other LV monogram. I get it. I think that's good to just stick to the same consistent pattern.
Yeah, but having said that, I have a huge selection at home of Longchamp pliage extra larges from Jeremy Scott. Like every year he would make one or two and then I would collect them. I have most of them and I use them as well and they're really amazing. Like if I'm on the go and I got to take just one bag and it needs to be big, it's probably going to be my Longchamp Jeremy Scott telephone bag. The one in the space with black space and then you got those gorgeous purple telephones floating in space. Like that's the bag that I use a lot. But if I have to like travel with several pieces, combining them all together, then it's going to be Louis because I have all of them in different shapes and sizes and they fit each other really well. And yeah. Anyway, I think Louis is indestructible.
Oh, well, let's go to some of the comments here. Just Saying says, in Gumtree, I found a Cartier bracelet for 3,500 AUD. Seller found the bracelet on the floor in Opera House. We bought the Cartier and it ended up being real. Cartier couldn't find owner in the system and I bought it. See, you can find good deals even on Gumtree, guys. A lot of fakes on Gumtree as well, but that's the thing. Sometimes if you take a risk, you get a better deal, but you have to take that risk basically, and it depends how daring you want to be. This is Danny O. Leather can deteriorate even without use. I've seen unboxings where the leather stuck together and peeled. How old is too old to buy? Well, that is true. If someone stored it wrong or they live in a hot climate, sometimes the leather does deteriorate faster in vintage bags, and that can be a problem. So Flower Girl B2000. Hello, beautifuls, loving the Monroe nails.
Thank you, guys. We just did these yesterday. Well, I just did these today. They're a little bit messy. I have to clean the skin around them, but we did #not sponsored, but we just kind of dug into like what Marilyn Monroe was wearing, which colors. Yes, she also had other brands, but with Revlon, she had a similar, more or less this color of nail polish, which is called She's on Fire number 031. And this is the nail polish I have on right now. And I think it's awesome. It's like a very warm red. It's an orangey red. It's giving me 50s vibes.
Yeah, it looks good.
On the
I've got
combo
pink nails.
with your color of the cardigan.
Yeah, it does look good.
It's nice.
It's really pretty. It's better than my current. My hands are a bit purple right now. Okay. Well, what do we have here?
My hands are purple. Okay.
Susan, Vivian, Dacob, how do you find the service in Australia compared to the States?
I have a video coming out on that soon on my channel. Look forward to that because I have a lot to say.
He has a lot to say. It's a whole nother 40-minute video.
Yeah, so let me just, in short, I'm not very impressed.
He's unimpressed, not very happy, Jen.
But having said that, if you are lucky enough to get to know this wonderful lady in real life, and you do get a chance to go shopping with her, you will get good treatment because she knows how to do it. Sometimes, Jess also knows some of the people in certain stores, and because she's born here, obviously she knows that this is her city. Then
it's my stomping ground.
Then it's a different experience. But but a lot of the places where either Jess didn't know the people working there or I just went alone, it's not the best service, especially at Chanel. At Chanel Beauty, I kid you not, it was beyond bad. Anyway, that's all I got to say
that's
here.
for later. Save that rant for later. Ollie, hi Jessie. Yes, get the Noe. I love my Neo Noe. Okay, well, I might consider it for the future.
Oh, the Neo Noe.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that one has like almost no leather.
Yeah,
it's just canvas.
Yeah, that one's really cute. Susie Q, I love the Noe, but I'm concerned about the closure. That is something to think about, actually. Yeah.
No, seriously, it causes me anxiety just to think about it.
Sharon Ozvenom, I can't imagine eBay not offering proper authentication as it would affect their reputation. Grant Ramirez, I'd say get the Noe since you already have the Speedy in another size, but both are good options.
Thank you for the tip, Grant.
Ollie, the Neo Noe doesn't have vachetta issue. I've never had anything fall out. There you go. Susie Q. Sharon Overnon, authentication is new on eBay for now in the States. We don't have to pay for the service. LA Price, I would like a new Speedy, however it's hard because when I first got my first Speedy, it was $525 and now it's in good condition. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's like $2,000.
It's really
almost.
expensive now.
I know.
IA, do you experience paranoia when traveling internationally with your bags? Love your channel. Well, I've only traveled internationally a few times in my life, and I rarely bring many designer bags. I've only brought like maybe one designer bag every time I go on a holiday, and then I'll just bring like a Longchamp or something. So for me, it's not too nerve-wracking. What about you, Dacob?
Well, I think the paranoia that we have is more about the bags we leave behind at home.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, if you've got someone to mind your house or you've got... I guess if you have a safe to put your bags in or something, I mean, that's a whole nother topic. Depends how long you're gone for. If you've got a good security system. I think insurance as well is a bit scary. Insurance can only go so far to cover the full value of your bags. You're not going to get the full value back if they were stolen. I know I've had people I know who've had their whole collection stolen. You can only claim back a little bit of the collection value. So it is daunting, but I mean, you don't want to stress too much about it on your holidays. So I don't know, I guess it's a risk that you can take, but you can't just stay home forever and guard your bags.
But the trick I have is take the most flat bags you can with you, not the really chunky big ones. And then I have a backpack and I put them almost I don't just leave them, I don't let them go under the plane. They go with me in my backpack or with my carry-on luggage on board, and I have them always with me, and that's why the ones that I travel with are safe with me. And I use a lot of little tiny bags as accessories like necklaces, and those take up very little space. So those I find are also super fun when you're traveling because they can pep up an outfit, and you can just wear, like your same shirt several days if you want to, if you're in a pinch and you don't got much space in your luggage, but then you got that little necklace, little something.
Ooh.
Something just popped. And then that's something that I found really interesting when I travel, that I've learned throughout many years, is to kind of minimize and create a moment with your accessories rather than take a bunch of really big bags with you, because you're going to end up worrying. Like, where are you going to be? If you're like in some hotel or some Airbnb and you have like 5-6 Chanel bags with you, you're going to worry, like when you go out to walk, like, are you going to leave them in this place that you don't know? Yeah. That's why I say keep it compact, keep it cute, and keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it easy.
I'm gonna check what's in the fridge.
So Grant, what do you think of the Alma? I like the Elmo. I think it's a really nice bag. I think it's a good first bag as well. A lot of people get it as their first LV bag. Yeah, I think it's really classic. Not too expensive compared to a lot of other Louis Vuitton bags. I like it. I have the Hermes Bolide at the moment, which is similar. I've had Elmas in the past, and I like the Bolide because it was actually was the first bag to have a zipper. And I think a lot of people don't like the Bolide because they say it's too much like the Elma. But yeah, I really like that shape of bag, so I find it quite practical. Sharon, no, it's Louis canvas for me. Yeah, I think a Louis Vuitton canvas is the most addictive out of all the canvases. And hey, it's so happy to be here. Raquel's Mini Luxury. Hi, Raquel. Good to see you. Susie Q, I think Goyard's canvas is thinner than LV's. I've heard that as well, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
I've touched it several times, no pun intended. And it is thinner.
And the Prickly Ricky, I saw a Gucci necklace from eBay and the outlet ended up getting it later on. So I took it to compare to see if it was authentic, and it looked authentic/identical. Oh, good to know. MJ05, LV will never be cheaper. Yeah, it's because it's so popular and people keep wanting to buy it like Dacob, so it would keep going up. So investment.
It's all my fault.
I mean, in terms of buying a bag and then selling it later down the line, you'll probably get, in 10 years, most of the money back if they keep going on this upping the price thing. But then again, guys, we don't know what bag collecting is going to be like in 10 years, so who knows? Maybe this is the peak of value of bags right now. Who knows? Sharon, agree on keeping them all the same. FunFub, I've been liking Celine Triomphe canvas lately.
Oh.
Thoughts?
Is that thicker than Louis?
I don't know. I haven't had to experience it with myself.
We can check it out today.
I think it's nice.
We could check it out.
Yeah, we can check it out today. Susan, monogram is life. Having a matching pattern is life.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. Oh my God, makes me feel so happy to have matching pattern. Like LV on the little thing here, little thing there. They all come together. And you're just like, oh, it gives me so much peace.
Well, yes, and MJ, I think of resale like buying a car. Not everyone does, but understand we are all different. Yeah, everyone's different. I definitely consider it when buying a bag. Raquel's Mini Luxury. Hey Jessie, I know you get your pre-loved bags more from eBay, but you see that Fashion File drops their prices on Hermes bags? Yes, but Fashion File, guys, if I buy something from Fashion File in Australia, the taxes are through the roof, and I just cannot be bothered with that. So
import taxes.
That's why, import taxes, I just can't be bothered. If they had a Fashion File in Australia, though, guys, I would go crazy. So let's hope they keep that overseas, so I'm not too tempted. Susie Q, I think it would depend on the item. Susan, lol, a Flower Girl B2000, they are uneducated here. Okay, this is Danny O. I'll come find you when you're in Melbourne next, Jess. We can vlog together. Sounds great, Danny. Would love to vlog with you. Sharon, can't beat it, Sharon. Oh, sorry, Susan, can't beat it, Sharon. Danny, has anyone bought from Fashion File in Australia, Jess? No, because of the taxes. Trisha, I need to get a backpack. Which brand, Chanel or LV? LV, Trisha, Chanel. Actually, I have a Chanel backpack, but I would say now they're too expensive. It's not worth it. I would
But
just
you got
go
a
through.
tiny one.
Yeah, I got a Gabrielle backpack.
It's not a travel.
It's not. I would say for practicality, get the LV. Chanel is more of a for looks. Unless you get it pre-loved, you get a good deal maybe. But from the store, I'd say just get the LV. It's easier, it's cheaper, whatever.
Or, I mean, if you're up for it, you could get a Prada nylon backpack, which is also super light.
Yep, there's that too, and that's
like
more.
A black nylon.
It's more
simple.
usable. I feel like it's more. You can wear it in the rain. It's it's a lot more. If that's what you want it for. If you want it for a fashion statement, I think Chanel is better. Looks better. It's more of it's cuter. But for practicality, I'd say Louis Vuitton or Prada. Tim, love my LV Monogram Eclipse Discovery backpack for traveling. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Susan, Louis is my first love, not Chanel or Hermes for me. There you go. For me, my first love was probably Gucci, to be honest, and then I kind of moved on. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I had a lot of Gucci bags at one point, but now I don't. So We all change, you know, our tastes change.
Interesting.
Ingrid, you can get really good deals for LV Monogram from the 90s. You can paid for get your bruschetta redo in the store, and you can still pay less than the new prices. Yeah, that's right. You can get some really good deals from Japanese eBay and stuff. Danny, Dacob, regarding Louis only, is it the quality, the service, the resale value? I think it was more just the matching of all your prints, because he's already started collecting the LVs. So.
No, wait. Just a quick note here.
Yeah.
You guys, the only issue I've had with a Louis piece was with the Kirigami pouch. I bought it, I came home, I realized that there was an issue with the stitch. It wasn't a big problem. They literally made a mistake because they burned it into the cap. Well, anyway, I brought it back the next day. They immediately exchanged it for a new one. No questions asked. And the new one is perfect. So little mistakes can happen, but I bought a ton of Louis Monogram pieces throughout the years, and that's the only one that I had kind of a big issue with. But no other problems. Now, service is amazing. I always get really very, very kind service whenever I go there. Even in Melbourne, while other luxury houses never even offered us a drink when we came in, Louis offers us a drink every time we go into Louis, even when we're not about to buy anything. Like the first thing they ask you when you come in, they're like, okay, you're a party of 4, 3, depends how many people are. What would you like to drink? You tell them what you want to drink, and then they say, okay, and now what would you like to look at? That is service, I gotta say. Now, post-purchase service, because, you know, I didn't get, you know, we didn't even get a catalog or a little perfume sample after I got Tallulah, little micro speedy. But other than that, I gotta say, Louis, they're on it, girl. They're on it. They have their little computers, their little phones, and you're like, hey, do you have this product, that product? They check it. There is no, oh, we don't know. No, do you have a purchase history with it? None of that. They're like, okay, let me see.
Yeah,
we don't have it
easier.
here.
It's a lot easier.
Super easy. They say like, oh, sorry, we don't have the piece you want here, but I can order it for you. It's gonna take 2 weeks. I can let you know. Like it's immediately interactive in the best of ways, that they're like, we're gonna do everything we can to get you what you want. And that is exactly what I want luxury to be. Because you're paying for it at the end of the day, you guys.
You're paying for that. Yeah, that's right. Well, I think we should wrap it up because it's been like 50 minutes and we got to get on going for today. But thanks, guys, for joining us in the chats and watching this live. Thanks, Dacob,
Thank you for having
joining me on my channel. Please subscribe to Super Dacob and, of course, subscribe to Jessie Star, which is me. And, yeah, I guess we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye, guys. Bye. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Yeah, so now you gotta turn it off on the little X button up here. This is Jessie's first live stream, you guys, on her channel. It's awesome! And then end.